Hey guys, it's Infinite, and today we're playing Team Deathmatch on Hanoi. Obviously, you guys know I alternate every other day. I put a map control video, and every other day I put just a normal video talking about game topics and stuff like that. And obviously, the map control video is very easy for me to make. I understand what I'm doing very well, and I could explain it very well. But those opposite days, I always have a hard time choosing the topic of what I want to talk about. And I mean, there's only so much you could talk about outside of the map itself and me playing. So, usually I try to talk about kill streaks, perks, and all that stuff. But today I thought I would talk about just generally what I think of Black Ops at this point. I think it's been out long enough for me to make a, obviously pre-patch prediction, or pretty much pre-patch, like how the game is right now. Obviously when they change the game, or if they change the game, or whatever they do, my opinions may change, but right now, the game pretty much, the way it came out, those are the opinions I wanted to touch upon today. So, first off, I want to talk about map design. I really enjoy the map design. I think the only flaw with all the maps are that they are pretty big, and then it causes for some people to just camp back if they don't know what they're doing, or it could just turn team deathmatches into really long games, and it could be kind of annoying. But on the flip side, it offers a lot of alternate routes, and they're not like massive. They're not like extremely big, so people can run a lot of different routes, a lot of different strategies. Like Modern Warfare 2 had a ton of open space, so there really wasn't much variation to how you could rush, because the rushing, there was only a certain amount of routes because there was so much open space that would be usually covered by someone else who was camping that area or something of that nature. So all in all, I probably have to say I enjoy the map design in this more than Modern Warfare 2. I know other people will say otherwise because they're simply more comfortable with Modern Warfare 2 and they think they like those maps better, but once they understand these maps as well, they understand Modern Warfare 2 maps, they'll probably change their thoughts on that. So what else is there? Weapons. I'm kind of torn with weapons. I love the fact that they're extremely balanced and that nothing's really that much better than anything else. Yes, I love that. But what they could have done, they could have made the guns, instead of to make them even, what they did was they made a lot of guns almost identical. Like the AUG and the FAMAS are like the same gun. The Commando and the Galil are very, very, very similar. The infield is like almost almost a copy of the Commando with just slightly lower damage. The AK is pretty much its own type of gun, but for the most part, a lot of these guns, alright. So they have, if you guys look on the website, it tells you the gun rate of fires. The AUG and the FAMAS shoot exactly the same speed, and their recoil is just slightly different. So they're almost identical. The guns are almost identical, and the same thing goes for the Commando and the Galil and even the AK. They all shoot the same exact bullets per minute, and the submachine guns as well, they all shoot the exact same speed except for the MP5 and the AK-74U, which shoot slightly slower. And what I think they did was, to make this game balanced, they lazily went in and made like 5 different guns and just copied them. Obviously changed the way they look, changed the recoil a tiny bit, and there was your gun. Because we all know, these guns I'm sure there's not many guns in the world that shoot identical, like the same exact bolts per minute. I'm sure there's not. So, I was a little bit disappointed in how they went about making the game balanced. I'm not going to say the game isn't balanced. The game is as balanced could be. But the way they went about it, in my opinion, was a little bit lazy, but I'm not going to really rip on them too much for it, simply because I don't know how hard it is to make guns, A, identical to how they are in real life, and B, balanced. I'm sure there's a lot of developing that has to go into it that is beyond me. So, that's most of the elements of the game. Obviously, I feel that perks and all that stuff, perks, equipment, all that stuff is pretty even. I mean, most perks could cancel out, like kill streaks cancel, everything cancels each other out, so I think it's pretty even there. Wow, I'm out of time already, but I figured I covered most stuff, and I just wanted to give you guys a little update on how I think about this game. And in the comment section, you guys can let me know what you think. Obviously, I talked pretty fast and didn't get to cover everything, but I think I covered most of the major things. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow in map control. See you later.